But Jashyah Moore's mother has been frantic for 2 weeks, ever since her 14-year-old daughter went to the deli around the block from their East Orange home and didn't return.
And she's such a smart girl. She would not stay out overnight.
Jashyah, known as a homebody, was always engrossed in PlayStation and helping her 3-year-old brother with Spider-Man games.
I just downloaded it.
Jashyah downloads it for you?
Yeah, now I can play it.
We're inside the U.S. Food Market on Central Avenue in East Orange. And Jashyah's mother says on the morning of October 14th, about 7:30 a.m., her daughter came here to buy juice and paper towels. When the teen returned home, her mom says she didn't have the family's EBT card for food assistance.
She came back and she said, "Mommy, I lost the card." I said, "Backtrack your steps."
A local salon owner told Jashyah's mom she saw the teen looking sad that morning. And we learned something else from a worker at U.S. Food Market.
Somebody pay for her.
Yeah, somebody come in with her and buy for her.
So somebody was with her and paid for her items?
Yes, they have hat and a mask and all. See.
Police now have the surveillance footage of Jashyah's deli visits. But losing the food card was not the only thing the teen may have had on her mind. Jashyah's aunt says the girl's stepfather is an East Orange cop accused of domestic violence last year when the family was living in nearby Irvington.
I saw him punch my niece twice in the face.
They sent me the letter that it was going to grand jury.
And I think it's extremely convenient and coincidental that my niece goes missing a couple weeks later.
When we called the East Orange Detective Squad and then the chief's office about the case, we were directed to call the press officer at City Hall. We got voicemail.
My niece is a black Afro-Latina girl. You understand? When you're in a disenfranchised community like a East Orange, a chocolate city, there's a lot of, and I would say, ignoring of black little girls.
Jashyah's mother told us police have searched her house, removed important documents, and also took her phone to dump information. The mom says the teen did not have her own phone.
I feel like they're treating me like I'm not the victim's mother.
So we have Jashyah Moore, a 14-year-old girl who has been missing for about a month now with little to no media coverage or public outrage. It wasn't until the family created a poster online and sent it to WPIX where reporter Murphy reported on the story. They told Murphy that Jashyah had recently received a notice to appear before a grand jury to testify against her estranged stepfather. The man, an East Orange police officer or former East Orange police officer, reportedly charged with assault for a 2020 incident with Jashyah in which the family members alleged that the man physically assaulted her. So it was her aunt who reported him to the police and said that he punched her in the face twice. In a statement, Essex County prosecutors told WPIX that they don't believe the cases are connected. Public Information Officer Catherine Carter stated, "At this point, the domestic violence assault and the status of the missing person do not appear to be related. However, it is being monitored by law enforcement." And I have to call bullshit on that. I'm not understanding how they came to the conclusion so quickly that the two cases are not related. We have a 14-year-old girl who is missing a few weeks before she is supposed to go into trial to testify against her stepfather, who is an ex-East Orange officer. How is that not related? How is he not the number one suspect?
Not enough urgency was had. Not enough was being done. I think especially when we were talking to those detectives in that bodega, they were like, oh no, the minute a missing persons happens, you report it initially. This is not like the movies where you wait 24 hours, 72 hours or anything like that. But the thing was in that, I felt like there was a lack of urgency because when we were in that bodega and talking to those officers, they, like one at a time, started buying snacks, walked out of the bodega. The owner had to chase them and say, hey, look, you originally came here to see these cameras. And it reminded them like, oh yeah, that's right. To me, if you're here for a job and you're taking it seriously, you wouldn't forget your purpose for being here. Mm-hmm. And so I started to see like that was the initial hit, and I'm trying to be objective. I'm not trying to blame anybody or say that people aren't doing their jobs. But personally speaking, from what I've seen at that point, I was like, oh no, there might not be enough urgency with what's going on here. And also as people from the community are calling us, which we're the numbers on the flyers, they're like, look, I have the number for this person, call them. so we can start getting the ball moving, because they're not doing enough for us either. Like, you know what I mean?
So other people who have missing persons began calling you too?
Yeah, we had advocates, just people from the community, people who know my sister, my niece.
And those police officers who behaved egregiously should be held accountable. We are in here to report a missing girl, and y'all are in here buying snacks and forgot your sole purpose was to come in here, speak to the family, and get the footage. Those cops need to be fired immediately. There's literally no sense of urgency behind law enforcement with this case. And in regards to her stepfather abusing her, I saw on some paperwork that they labeled it as a simple assault. Since when was assault simple? Is it because he's a East Orange police officer that it's simple? Because the last time I checked, a grown-ass man punching a 14-year-old in her face is not a simple assault. I also want to know why we don't have his name and picture. We need to look out for this man because he's an assaulter. This case is incredibly sad. I really pray that she is okay. I went out there with the family yesterday in the community to protest. I was so proud to see everyone gathered, literally stop traffic to get the attention of law enforcement and the mayor to really come down and do something about this missing girl.
Tell me she's safe. Tell me she's safe. Treat my child like your child.
Period. Treat my child like your child.
We can't live here and be quiet when this girl is missing. We don't got no answers. We don't got no answers. And all you want to do is stop us and arrest us? Come on, man. Come on. Come on.
We wanted you out here. We need our babies. We need our babies.
Too much.
We wanted you out here. We called you. Enemy, but don't move. Don't move, y'all. Don't move. Back up, you man. We wanted you. We called you. It's the emergency. We got to miss the baby. Would you like to take a report? As long as I'm moving, you cannot touch me. Again.
They can't stop us from locking shit, man. You cannot stop us from locking this stuff. They gotta pay attention. Ted Green, come out here.
We need answers. We need a report. We need to know where this baby is. This baby is missing. We need to know.
I shouldn't have to call Jackson Moore to come in. So we see nothing. This is what East Orange gotta do.
Jashyah Moore is missing. She is beloved by her family and the community. She is 5'5", 135 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. If you have any information on her whereabouts, please call the number on the flyer. Thank you.